Demonstrators in Iran are heading back onto the streets of the capital tonight. The wave of popular protests that began in Tunisia and Egypt has spread to Tehran. Police used tear gas to disperse the anti-government masses overnight. At least one demonstrator was killed. The rally was called in part to show solidarity with the people of Egypt, many of whom are still protesting on the streets. Middle East correspondent Ben Knight reports.
3 days after Hosni Mubarak stepped down as president, many Egyptians are still protesting on the streets of Cairo. They may have achieved their main aim, but now they're trying to secure better pay and conditions from the country's military junta. The success of the Egyptian protests has spurred on opposition groups in other countries, particularly Iran. Thousands of anti-government protesters there took to the streets overnight. Here they can be heard chanting, "Mubarak, Ben Ali, now it's your turn, Sayyid Ali." That's the name of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamene'i. This is a rare show of dissent against the country's entrenched ruler, but it's been met with a firm hand by the security forces, who responded with tear gas, paintballs and dozens of arrests.
The difference between Iran and Egypt is the Iranian security forces have been told to crack down very hard on the opposition. I'm sure they will do that.
Iran's two key opposition leaders are reportedly under house arrest, and access to many internet sites has been blocked. The US Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, has criticised the Iranian government response while praising the courage of the demonstrators.
They deserve to have the same rights that they saw being played out in Egypt and that are part of their own birthright.
These protests are the first major show of public dissent in Iran since 2009, when hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets in the wake of the country's disputed presidential election. Those protests were crushed mercilessly. It's too early to say if these latest protests will develop into a similar mass movement, but it's clear that events in Tunisia and particularly Egypt have stirred Iran's opposition back to life. Ben Knight, ABC News.